Rodrigo Borgia, aka the Spaniard. A dark stain on human history, Rodrigo left a trail of blood a mile wide on his quest to unify Italy under the Templar banner. Anyone who opposed him ended up in little pieces inside a sack, or, if he was in a good mood, poisoned. Once he was crowned Pope, Rodrigo, or should I say Alexander VI, used his influence to wage war with any city that held out against the Templars. And then there were the rumoured X-rated atrocities. Hundreds of courtesans brought to the Vatican by the cartload, and the Pope's close friendship with his illegitimate daughter, Lucrezia. Oh yeah, and did I mention the killings never stopped? Throughout all his public debauchery, Rodrigo was quietly murdering his enemies behind the scenes, consolidating Templar power for the moment when they would seize control.
Et ex patre natum ante omnia saecula, Deum de Deo, lumen de lumine, Deum verum de Deo vero. Genitum non factum consubstantiarem patri, perquem omnia facta...
I thought I was beyond this. But I'm not. I've waited too long. Lost too much. Requiescat in pace, you bastard.
I don't think so. No! How is it you resist? I see. Kind of you to bring me the apple. Now give it here!
Vaya farti fottere.
Oh, as the fighter. Just like your father. Well, rejoice, my child, for you will see him again soon. You will give it to me.
As you wish.
Fascinating. An impressive power, this. But if you think it's going to save you, you've another thing coming. You are right to fear me. A clever trick, but useless. How long do you think you can keep this up? I'll cut you down, assassin! You cannot stop me! You are right to fear me! You cannot stop me! A clever trick, but useless. No, You will not take this from me.
It's finished, Rodrigo. Lay down your arms, and I will make sure the end comes swiftly.
Really, Ezio? And would you give up so easily were it the other way around? Why don't we find out? At last. And now, to deal with you.
What is this place?
Open, damn you! Open!
It's over, Rodrigo. No more tricks. No more ancient artifacts. No more weapons. Let us see what you are made of, old man.
All right, then. If that's how you want to play it.
What do you even want with the vault, Rodrigo?
Don't you know what lies within? Or do you mean to tell me the great and powerful assassins didn't figure it out?
Figure what out?
God. It's God that dwells within.
You expect me to believe that God lives beneath Il Vaticano?
A more logical location than a kingdom in a cloud, don't you think? Surrounded by singing angels and cherubim. Makes for a lovely image. But the truth is far more interesting.
Let's say I was to believe you. What do you think you'll do when you open that door?
I don't care. It's not approval I'm after. Just power.
And you think you'll give it up?
Whatever lies beyond that wall won't be able to resist the staff and apple. They were made for felling gods.
God is meant to be all-knowing, all-powerful. You think a couple of ancient relics can harm him?
You know nothing, boy. You take your image of the creators from an ancient book. A book, mind you, written by men.
You are the Pope, and yet you dismiss the central text of your faith?
Are you so naive? I became Pope because it gave me access. It gave me power. You think I believe a single goddamn word of that ridiculous book? It's all lies and superstition, just like every other religious tract written over the past 10,000 years. You can't. You can't. It's my destiny. Mine. I am the prophet.
You never were.
Get it over with, then.
No. Killing you won't bring my family back. I'm done. Nulla è reale. Tutto è lecito. Requiescat in pace.
Just like Al-Mualim of the original game, Pope Rodrigo is another famous boss fight of the franchise, mostly for how god-awful it is. Rodrigo Borgia hasn't really been the villain of power that this game needed, and even when he attains the Papal Staff Piece of Eden and becomes ruler of Europe's most powerful organization, Ezio can still just walk up to him and start spouting one-liners like it isn't anything, because he has his own Piece of Eden and pulls out the old cloning trick that Al must have left in the Piece of Eden as a Resident Evil file. So just like in the movies, Ubisoft is devolving its final confrontation scene into a battle between two plot devices that the audience itself doesn't understand the powers of. The fight after the cutscene is essentially what happened earlier in Venice exactly, except that Ezio can fall back into his group of clones to get free hits on the Pope when he's distracted. And after all the button mashing is over, Rodrigo flees to the vault for the final showdown, and this is where things really fell off the cliff edge, because Ezio, being exhausted from the 12-year-long quest for vengeance, decides to pull out film cliche number 247B and throws off all his weapons to fight Rodrigo with his fists instead of anything more sensible. You know, like literally anything else. You know that thing that video games sometimes do where they completely rewrite the combat rules of the final boss so that all those fancy upgrades you bought suddenly become totally pointless? Yeah, that's always fun. This phase is what inspired the whole curb-stomping the Pope thing, because this battle really does feel like something you'd see in a dark alley in a bad neighborhood. This phase is what inspired the whole curb-stomping the Pope thing, because this battle really does feel like something you'd see on a dark alley in a bad neighborhood, as Ezio spends the next 3 minutes of his life punching an old man to death. That's it. Literally just hit the X button until the game tells you to stop and you win. There's nothing special, nothing creative, nothing fun about this boss fight. It's you spending 3 minutes of your limited lifespan hitting one button to get a reward that isn't even worth that petty amount of effort. It also hurts that Ezio, again due to his film cliche murder exhaustion, decides to let Rodrigo live after all of what's happened in Assassin's Creed 2 to learn what's in the vault as the true prophet. The prophecy reveal is very vague, too mysterious to actually mean anything, and basically says that there's an apocalypse coming soon that killed the first civilization of humans and all the old gods died. So it's up to Desmond, of all people, to fix all these problems. An unsatisfying final boss turns into an unsatisfying, frustrating ending, and you'll just have to buy the next game to figure out what's going to happen next. If Ubisoft is going to keep doing this, why didn't they invest the money and just make a TV show? Video games are not TV shows. You actually need to have things happen for it to be a video game. But that doesn't stop them from thinking they can just keep pushing back their revelations for the rest of time. The whole Animus storyline is becoming as pointless as Mario's live system at this point in the history of video games. Just stop doing it.